What's the piece here that speaks to you the most?
I don't know yet. What piece in this show?
Mm-hmm.
This show that hasn't been up is not ready yet. I don't know yet. I mean, really, it's probably the sana colita de la colita de rana. Yeah. Because
Do you know what that means?
yes, I know what it means. I know what it
Why
means.
nursery rhymes?
Well, why this rhyme?
Yeah, well, why that specifically?
Well, one, I hit 30. I'm hitting 31, and it's not old. I don't think it's old. But it hit me when I was like 28, 29, 30. That oh wow, like age is a real thing, and I'm not recovering like I used to. Like I used to go running or working out, and before I could eat anything I wanted, and be completely fine the next day. Right, and then now, you know, I had a Laffy Taffy, and didn't feel too good after that. I was like, why I feel like crap right now? So, like, what do you call that when you think you're always sick?
Hypochondriac.
Yeah, hypochondriac. So I became a bit of a hypochondriac, where I just always feel like I have something. And my mom's like, you're fine. And my doctor's like, listen, you're fine. Like, I visited my doctor like 3 times this past year. And he's like, you're fine. Like, we tested you, we blood tested you, we did all these tests. You're fine. And I'm like, no, but like my body isn't the same. Like, you're getting older. That's what happens. But you're not, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just growing older. So this kind of, I mean, if you, do you care to say this whole thing? Because
The rhyme?
Yeah.
Sana, sana, culito de rana, si no sana soy, sanarás mañana, y si no, cuando le dé la gana.
There you go. Or do it mana sometimes.
I'm sorry?
Sometimes do it mana at the end.
Tu hermana?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, this one says do it mana at the end.
Oh, so
When your
my
sister comes back home.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So there's that version. But
Very
anyway,
nice.
but pretty much is saying like, hey, like, and the translation to that, if you care.
He'll ass a frog. Sana, sana, culito de rana. If you don't heal today, you'll heal tomorrow. If not, whenever you're ready, or when your sister comes home.
Yeah. So it's kind of that. It's like, you know, don't worry, you'll be fine. If not today, you'll be healed tomorrow. If not, then, you know, when your sister comes home. And, I mean, the sister comes home is, I like it because I have a sister and I love her a lot. So I want to add that part in. So yeah, so to answer your question, it's a long-winded answer, but this wall, literally, these walls or 4 walls, it's probably my favorite piece because it's the most thought out text. I mean, I'm not saying I don't think about the canvas work, I do, but it's more like, hey, this idiom works well with this idiom, so I can kind of combine it. So I kind of just put it together more aesthetically, or based on like, it works well just phonetically, it just works well putting it together. So, but this one's like, no, this whole thing means something, and I like it, and it applies to me, it applies to my family, and it applies to my ethnicity, so, yeah. So I liked it so far. I might change my mind tomorrow, I don't know, but right now, it's this piece.
Well, I mean,
Like
like,
Lauren.
the different,
Don't advertise that gun.
the different textures between the paint. I noticed over there you got a different kind. For your pieces, you actually have some kind of like glossy finish type, which makes it kind of work with the black theme going on.
Yep, black on black.
So how did you decide, you know, what kind of paint? I mean, like, what's your process when it comes to like picking out paint, you know, what's going to go well with what? You have like a sketchboard, anything like that?
Do I like have like a cork board? I'm like,
Yeah.
enamel with this. No, a lot of it. Well, didn't start doing calligraphy. I'm a painter, and the type of paint and how it looks matters to me. I know some people that just use whatever paint is available to them. For me, the type of paint is important because at heart, I'm a painter, not a writer. So I look at myself as painting letters, not writing with paint, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
There we go. So, I don't even know if that makes any sense. But for me, it's more, I like, because the work is about, you know, two halves, you know, being Puerto Rican by ethnicity, but being very American by culture, a conversation we had via text, and how, like, neither really accept you 100%, but neither completely reject you, because you're like, yeah, you know.
You still like pizza.
They still like pizza,
Yeah,
but you
still
can,
like
but,
bread meat, you know?
but the next day, within the same breath, you can eat,
Mhm.
have rice and beans. So the actual paint itself, I like using a lot of like flat matte colors, you know, underneath glossy. So it creates a different contrast. Even when I do black on black work, the fact that it's the glossy, it's on top of the matte. At certain angles it looks white, certain angles it looks black. So you can visually see it. I mean, not visually see it, but you can. It creates
Tell
a
the
sort of
difference
it creates a visual play. And same thing with texture. You know, sometimes I have like really smooth paint on top of really rough paint, or vice versa. Like paint that has like sand in it, or like a rough, grainy texture to it. Sometimes some paintings actually have paper underneath it, so it creates a sort of like warpy, skin-like, leathery-like
Wrinkles.
wrinkles, yeah.
Mhm.
Like that one.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so that beneath some of the paintings actually has paper, so it creates a sort of like leathery, wrinkly thing. So it gives us this sort of like rustic,
Aged look.
look. You know,
It does.
something you'll find in a decrepit church or whatever.
Mhm.
You can't see it through the camera because it's pointing at me, but yeah.
Mhm.
So that's a pretty good question. But no, a lot of it is more just feel. Like, hey, I'll walk around Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, and I'm like, hey, that's a pretty cool brand. That's pretty cool paint, and I figure out how that works. But I make sure the paint's the materials I'm using is safe. Or if it's not safe, like the one shot that I use for the enamel, it's not safe. But I make sure if I do use it, I use it safely. You know, don't eat it. Or